Esiet sveicināti raidījuma ciklā Uzzini, pirms dodies, droša darba ceļvedis Eiropā. Mani sauc Andris Segliņš, esmu Nodarbinātības valsts aģentūras Eiropas darba konsultants un šī raidījuma cikla vadītājs. Raidījumos mēs apskatām tādus būtiskus jautājumus, kurus ir nepieciešams noskaidrot pirms došanās uz ārvalstīm, kā darba meklēšana Eiropas valstīs, darba līguma slēgšana, reģistrācijas procedūras ierodoties valstī un cits praktisks jautājums. Katrs raidījums ir veltīts vienai valstī, un šodien mēs runāsim par Franciju. Un uz raidījumu esmu aicinājis Francijas nodarbinātības dienesta Eiropas darba konsultanti Marionu Alberē. Hello, Marion.
Hello.
Let's start our conversation with an overview of the labor market in France. France is one of the largest European countries, and I believe there is also some regional differences. But what is overall situation, and which sectors or industries are experiencing the highest demand for workers?
Yes. Just to start with this labor market situation in France, I would like to point that the unemployment rate is nowadays 7.4. For the under 24-year-old, it's 19%. It's much higher. And for the 25 and between 45 and 49 years old is 6.7%, and for people more than 50 years old is around 5%. It's quite stable for the last years, and that's the full employment law at the moment aim the under 7% of an employment rate. Recently, in May of this year, has been released the shortage occupation list, and what we can see is that, like in the past, actually, and until we estimate until the end of 2026, the professions like agricultural employees, nurses, housekeepers, cooks, domestic employees also, and market gardeners, horticulturists, are jobs that are very in high demand at the moment. We have to mention also the sectors as hospitality, such as in hotel, restaurants, and also in the construction area, except in the Paris region. The construction area is in high demand also. So these are the jobs and sectors under strain in mainly all the regions in France. I think I've mentioned the main sectors. So in transport also, I forgot to mention the transport area also is in high demand at the moment. And some, the sectors such as health, hospitality, construction, domestic help, and home care are sectors among Europe also. France is not an exception at the moment.
Yes. And how common is seasonal work in France? Tourism sector. You mentioned also agriculture.
Yeah, well, France is a big country with different landscapes, and consequently, it offers a wide range of seasonal work opportunities throughout the year. Actually, during the summer, the coastal regions like the French Riviera in the southeast of France, and also the Atlantic coast on the west, boom with hospitality jobs such as hotels, restaurants, bars, and beach clubs also needing staff. So during the summer, the season is very is a great opportunity for seasonal work. Whereas during the winter, there are plenty of other opportunities in the Alps, in the mountains, for example, in the Alps, in the Pyrenees also, with the border with Spain, in ski resorts, because they're hiring instructors, they're hiring lift operators, chalet staffs, après-ski entertainers also for after the day of skiing. So yeah, during the summer, you have plenty of opportunities in the tourism area. In the winter, in the mountains mainly. And I have to mention also that France has very famous regions for wine, such as Bordeaux and Champagne also. So those regions, but not only Bordeaux and Champagne, you have also the region near Montpellier or in the Bourgogne region. They offer grape harvesting jobs that we call vendange, and it's typically from August to October. So I would say that during summer and winter, you have plenty of opportunities. From August to October, the harvesting jobs. And and we shouldn't forget about tourism, also hotspots like Paris, obviously, the southeast of France, such as Provence, which these touristical areas needs guides, also touristic guides, hostel workers, customer service staff during the whole year. So hospitality is a very is a common sector to find many positions in this industry. So for seasonal work, lots of opportunities.
Yes, we see that in France you have a wide range of jobs available, seasonal and also permanent jobs. Then job seekers have high opportunities to find something for themselves. Now that we have a picture of the labor market, let's talk about how to search for a job in France. What are the most effective ways to search for a job in France? And are there any official platforms or portals you can recommend for job seekers?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, the portal I will recommend is the EURES portal. The European Employment Service is gathering to give you some many informations about living and working conditions, information about the countries. And in France, the US network is supported by France Travail, which is the French public employment service, along with APEC for executives, the association that is helping executives to find job opportunities, and the KIOPS Cap Emploi, which advise the disabled workers. So in the US portal, you can do a job search according to your sector and according to the regions you're looking at. So you will have the website indicated in the chat box. Also, I just mentioned it as the network, the US France network is the portal, the website of France Travail, as I said, the French Public Employment Service. And on this website, you can create your candidate profile and submit your profile online and search for job vacancies. So it's the way to access to the job vacancies. You need just to create a profile very quickly. It's very easy to do. And once you arrived in France and you're still looking for a job, you can register as a job seeker at France Travail, and you will be affiliated to an agency closest to your place, and you will be helped in your job search. On top of the French Public Employment Service, as I mentioned, and is part of the US France network, is APEC, the Executive Staff Employment Association, that helps people with positions of responsibility, management responsibilities, and also young graduates in their search for employment. And the website also will be indicated, and you can contact them also to have a free call and exchange communication to precise your project. And also the Kiops Cap Emploi, as I mentioned in the US French network, is the National Council for Disability and Employment and the employment and helping the people in a disability situation. They have a website also, and they have lots of counselors that can help you. On top of these official national organizations, I would say, you can contact some temporary employment agencies also. It's completely free of charge. These agencies do not charge the job seeker, but instead they will bill their services directly to employers. So we call them agences d'intérim. That can help you to find some contracts and position. You have also the possibility to contact some recruitment agencies. These agencies are contracted by companies themselves to manage their recruitment, usually in certain highly skilled staff. Usually with the opportunities will be some positions of responsibility. And you can have some lists of these agencies on a website called Cadre Emploi, Cadre, which is the executive French word to refer to the executives. Another advice I would give to look for a job is having a look directly to the company websites. Usually, some of them actually have a recruitment section in their website. So you can use a business directory to find the internet address of the companies. And we have in the France Travail website a section that is called La Bonne Boîte, where you can find also the some business directories, and going to their website is a way to access directly to the job opportunities that they're offering. And the last thing that is common also is not forgetting the networking, on LinkedIn, for example, or other social media, professional social media, to access to the hidden job markets. So yeah, it's important to maintain a network, and especially when you're abroad, and to contact some people, some companies, just to be there at the right moment if there is an opportunity coming up. So these were the advice and the online tools that you can use to go and find a job, look for a job first.
Yes, we see that there are several ways and a lot of resources where to search for a job. And once a person finds an interesting job opportunity, the next step is to prepare a strong application. And let's talk about CV and cover letter in the French context. And what is a standard CV format in France, and what section should be included?
Yeah. Definitely your application will be constituted with your CV and the cover letter, as you mentioned. It is very well demanded at the moment. It's still used a lot, the application letter. So, but your CV first, I would like to mention a question that arises often about the picture. In France, we can use the picture. It's not compulsory, except if you, apply for a model role or something, but usually you can put it or not. It's depending on what you want. If you decide to mention your picture, be careful with the picture you're using in a professional context, and that is close to what your appearance at the moment you're applying. So this said, the CV would be constituted first with your civil status, your first name, your surname, your address, your phone number. Don't forget the international dialing code, just to be easily reached, and your email address. In France, we can add, but it's up to you. We can add a marital status, the age, and the nationality, if you are from the European Economic Area. It's optional, I would say, but and anyway, the dialing code will tell some information. After the civil status, you would have to put the title of your CV, the position you're aiming, and possibly with including some strength, some skills you have. For example, I can give an example with the trilingual sales assistant, and I would add French, English, Spanish. So the title, the position you're aiming should be very precise. So have a look also to the precise words to use. And then after the position indicated, I would recommend you to write a profile, a short description of what are your strengths, what are your values at work, and what you can offer to the company. Just to give to the recruiter the need to follow more and to know more about your profile. So yeah, civil status, the title, the position you're aiming, and a short profile. It shouldn't be exceeding more than 3 lines, or 3-4, but not too long. And then after that would come the work experience, which would include, as usual, 1 paragraph per job, indicating the dates, the position you held, the company name, the economic and job sector, just to be more precise for someone who wouldn't know, for a recruiter that wouldn't know the company you had the experience, the location, and after you detail your responsibilities, your tasks, and also the results and the skills you used. It's important that you give some pragmatic information, I would say, and to transcript exactly what you've done, not a list of bullet points of the description of the job, but exactly what you've done. It's important, that you give the exact task you've done. And I can suggest also that you can detach a special achievement you had in this in each job experience, maybe, or at least a notable one. You can detach, do a little paragraph in the paragraph of your experience of achievement. This is a good way of putting into light something, a special project, that a special success you had. After the work experience, I would say that the education would arrive in this position after the experience, giving the dates, you obtain your qualifications, and also don't forget to put the equivalent for the French educational system. you can have lots of information about the French educational system on the EURES portal in the section called the educational system to put the equivalent. It's very important to give this information to the potential recruiter, the French recruiter. After the education part, you can put some your skills, some language and computer skills. For languages, it's important for you to give some information about your mother tongue, and also obviously your French level. You can specify if it's in your reading, writing, and speaking levels. We will be talking about the French language to have the level a bit later, but it's important to mention what is your level of French. Yeah, we will be talking about that afterwards. You can, after those skills, also put your technical skills, what you can do in your job, in your sector area, especially that need to be precise with the job you're aiming. And also your soft skills. Don't forget the soft skills. It's very important to share what are your soft skills and how you are in a working context. If you are curious, flexible, if you have a good communication skills, anything that is talking about you as an employee. And you can add finally a section with your leisure and your hobbies, and also some volunteer experience. Volunteering experience is always telling about yourself, the values you put at work and in life in general. So the main thing to have in mind is for a CV in France is to be able to show your technical skills, to show what you've done, what you achieved, and also who you are with some hobbies. If it's part of your life, I think it's important to mention if you've been practicing an instrument of music, for example, for years. It speaks about rigor, about seriousness, and about consistency of to be able to practice. So I think it's important to mention this, and volunteering experience. And last advice, I would recommend to have a CV that would be quite visually neutral, black and white, avoid all colors, and pictogram also. So yeah, neutral background, black and white would be recommended. So yeah, here were my advice for a good CV. Maybe.
Thank you for useful advices and suggestions for preparing CV. And once application is ready, then our next step is application process. And what are the typical practices for applying for a job in France? Should candidates submit their applications and CVs via emails, through online platforms, or maybe in person?
It depends. It can be both. It can be through the website, the company website platform. It can be directly by email. It depends what is indicated in the job offer. What is important anyway is to be able to find the maximum of information about the company. Please, have a look for the business sector, the company values, the turnover of in this company, and if you find some specific contact, also it's very useful. So you can find also at the French employment service France Travail, you can also submit your application through the portal of France Travail. It depends. It depends where you find the job offer. So adapt your CV and look for the values and the values of the company. Adapt your CV also and indicate some information they will appreciate. The company will appreciate. And then once you have recorded the maximum of information, you need to write a cover letter. And all the information also that you will be getting at this time of your application will help you for the future interview you will have, hopefully. So the cover letter, just to have a quick insight of the structure of this letter, which is very often asked to apply in France. It shouldn't be more than 1 page. I forgot to mention this for the CV. You can do 2 pages. It's not a problem. Although we can hear some information that we say that in France it's just 1 page. Actually, you can do 2 pages as long as it's relevant information. Anyway, I'm concentrating now for the application letter, the cover letter. So the cover letter is 1 page only, just 1 page, and not too long, not too dense. Also visually, it's usually typed nowadays, and it allows you to show why you're interested in the company, why you're interested in the job, and what you can and why you are the perfect match for this position you're applying for. So usually we tend to present the structure of the cover letter this way. The first paragraph would be talking about you, the company, okay? Why you're interested in the company. And then you're talking about you as me, like why you're the perfect match for the job and why you have all the job requirements. And then us, why will it be, why your skills, your technical skills, your soft skills will be perfect to work all together. So the structure will be you, me, and us. And don't forget at the end the politeness formula that you can find on the internet that are very much appreciated in France. You need always to end your cover letter by a politeness formula that we call politeness formula, which is quite formal to end a cover letter. On our website at France Travail and also on the US portal, you can find some website that can help you with the writing of the cover letter. So yeah, don't forget and have in mind to get the more information you can about the company, so that you can be exact, precise, and your application is completely adapted to the job you're applying for. And as I said, it prepares you for a good interview.
Thank you also for these suggestions. And many people wonder how important language skills are when looking for work abroad, and how important is knowledge of French for finding a job in France. You already mentioned that it's important to mention your French language level knowledge in a CV, but for job search, how important it is?
Yeah, for job search, it's important to have in mind that although you can find some English-speaking job in France, it's true. In big cities, you have lots of groups of in social networks that are recollecting some job opportunities for only English-speaking people. Although this is not the majority of the opportunities, so the minimum of your level, I would say, we would say that it's at least the B1 level, according to the European Framework Reference for Languages. You should have B1 or B2 at least, to be not completely independent, but very much so independent in your skills, in your language skills. The more advanced you are, and the more chances you will get to have a job. So it's important to have it in mind, and it's important to be prepared on this point of view, and indicate the level you have on your CV.
Yes, it's important then for job searching friends, at least some B level of French to be successful in a job search process. Okay, then if someone gets a job offer and planning to go to France, then what are the key administrative steps after arriving in France?
Yeah, well, actually, if you, I hope you will have a job opportunity. So if you are coming for a job with the job opportunity as a EU citizen, so you have the right to work in France without needing a work permit, obviously. You just need to register your employment with your employer. And actually the employer usually will handle all the necessary procedures with the French authorities. Usually you are helped with thanks to your employer. For social security is the same. So you need to register to the Caisse Primaire d'Assurance Maladie, which is the health insurance, the social security, to benefit from the French social security system. Don't forget to come with the European social security card also. That will help you at first. This is a very important thing. Your employer will usually help you with this process. It can be long sometimes to receive the card of the social security card, but that is why it will help you to have the European one. And if you're self-employed or unemployed, you will have to do it voluntarily. You can find on a website that is called Amélie all the information about this. It can be a long path sometimes. The French administration part is not the easiest. Administration is I don't know if there is a place where it's easy, but you can find help usually. And also for the driving license, you can use your European driving license in France. But if you stay more than 1 year, it's better to convert it in the French driving license. But it's not compulsory, it's not mandatory. So yeah, these are the procedures. And then obviously, if you come with your family, you will have to register your children to school. And usually in the city hall, you can find lots of help also, and special associations or special services to welcome the new people coming to France. And some websites also that is called Welcome to France, or Service Public, public service, with all the information of the procedures.
Thank you. And to start employment, of course, person has to conclude employment contract. And what types of employment contracts exist in France, and what working conditions should be included in working this employment contract?
Yes, we have different types of contracts in France. The main ones are the permanent contract, which is called contrat durée indéterminée, CDI, the permanent contract. And then you have, you can work full-time on this contract, or short time also, the half-time. I will tell you just in a few minutes the working time usually we have. We have also non-permanent contract, for example, for 6 months, 1 year contract, 2 years contract. We can find different contracts like this, depending on the demand of the company, or the also some national service, also institution, public jobs. And you have also the seasonal contract that has special information, special criteria. Sorry. For the working, and there is the contract with the also the temporary agency, also the agence d'intérim. Well, you can find also permanent contract and non-permanent contract. So for the working conditions, usually you have to know about the taxes on your salary. They usually a bit more than 20% of gross income for social benefits, social security, retirement, and employment. So you have the gross income and net income, and the gross is, you are taken 23% exactly of your gross income. You get usually 5 weeks holidays per year, and around 11 public holidays. We have a good reputation for holidays in France. For the working time, the legal duration is 35 hours per week, usually around 151 hours per month. The minimum salary at the moment is almost 12 euros gross salary per hour, 11.88 to be precise, and net after the social benefits have been taken out is around 9.40 euros per hour, and the minimum during for a month is around 1,426 euros net per month. And in France, the median salary, to give you an idea, is around 2,200 euros per month net, once the social benefits has been taken out. So have in mind that we usually work 35 hours per week, but it can be 45 hours, for example, for cooks, and for executive, it can be even more than that. And the regulation is according to the sectors. And also the maximum working day may be extended to 12 hours, but under a collective agreement. This is very important in France to have in mind, that the collective agreement of the company will status all these criteria of working conditions. Read the collective agreement. This is usually very long to read, but it's important to have a look at this. So again, the French language will be important for this part also. Also the overtime the overtime worked by the employee is paid, we have to say, but under some specific conditions. That is included in the collective agreement. It can be paid if it has been requested by the employer, or when the overtime is directly carried out by the employee without any objection of the employer. This is an implicit agreement. There are some criteria that is to, it is important to have this in mind and to in advance be sure that your overtime, if you work overtime, it will be paid. So this is for the main information for the annual paid leave. As I said, it's 5 weeks per year, and usually what is done is that employees are entitled 2.5 days of working days of leave per month worked, which is 5 weeks of paid leave per year. And we have also other types of leave, obviously. Sick leave, if you are sick, you need to go to the doctor and they will be, you will have a justification of your absence, maternity leave, paternity leave, and childcare leave, etc., etc. So you can find all the information also on the EURES portal in the working and living conditions about all the details. And as I said before, please read the collective agreement of the company you will be working with.
Thank you for useful information. And besides work, finding a place to live is a top priority. And what are your recommendations and for the best ways to find accommodation in France?
Well, it's not the easiest part, I have to say, but it's not impossible. It's sometimes also there is high demand in residence and in apartment housing, but there are two main options. Whether you search online on websites of you have some real estate platforms that are very commonly used in France, which is Se Loger, housing yourself, Se Loger, Le Bon Coin, which is full of also announces of apartment or houses. And this website of a wide variety of rental and sale listings. And apart from the online search sites, you can also contact a real estate agency. You can contact a local real estate agency that can help you find an apartment or a house according to your criteria. It's sometimes useful to be talking to someone in real that can help you. Also can advise you with the best areas to look for and to match your needs. Real estate agents are well versed in the local market and can offer options that can match your needs. The ads on the websites. And also don't forget the groups or forum on social networks online. For example, you can join some online groups or forums dedicated to expatriates or residents of a specific region in France. You can receive some advice and recommendations for your search, and sometimes also some good ads of apartment that a family is leaving and is saying, I'm going to leave my apartment at my house, it will be for rent. So this is a good way for them also to be aware of opportunities, except from websites and real estate agencies. You can do also, what you can do is going in the neighborhood you're looking for, where you are looking for a place to live. sometimes it's good to have a look and to maybe find for rent or for sale signs. And maybe sometimes you can also find some directly from the owners. Sometimes there is a for rent or sign. So this might be an option also, and to be able to also to know more the neighborhood and to see if it's matching your needs, also the area you're looking. So that would be my my advice, to have a look. And when you don't know also where to find a place to live, maybe you would need from your country to look for where to look for a job, where to look for a place to live. We have a website that is called Mobiville, which can help you get lots of information about where are the jobs, what jobs can you find in certain areas, certain towns, and the prices, also the cost of living. You can find lots of information. It's good also sometimes to have a look at this website. It's all in French, but I'm sure you can use also some useful translating websites that can help you to find, because the cost of renting in big cities in Paris, without mentioning Paris, or all big cities, Bordeaux, Lyon, Strasbourg, Marseille also, these cities are expensive. So yeah, you need to get some information and to look for information before moving also.
Thank you. And could you maybe give also some examples of cost of living? What is the general cost of living in France, maybe?
Yeah, well, I can give you some figures to give you an idea. Except Paris. Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to give you a few median, an estimated monthly cost. For example, for a family of 4 people, excluding rent, okay, because rent is a part of the costs, obviously. So the estimated monthly cost for a family of 4 would be 3,300 euros per month without rent. And the estimated monthly cost for a single person are 940 euros, excluding rent again. But I would, and also to give you an idea of the family budget, how it is conducted, and the main items of costs in France. This is a survey that has been conducted by the figures I'm going to give you are from the National Institute of Statistics and Economic Studies, INSEE, in France. And for example, transport is usually 16% of the budget. Accommodation, water, electricity is 16% also. Food and non-alcoholic drinks, 16%, and other goods and services, 15%, and leisure and culture, around 10%, a bit less. This is to give you an idea, but obviously I recommend you to visit a very useful website that is called Numbeo. It will be indicated in the chat box. And the Numbeo website gives you lots of details according to the city, according to the place in France you're going. And it's information that you could get everywhere in the world. But I recommend you to use this website to have the price of a meal, or what a meal, a cafe in a French cafe, a bread also, because bread is very important in our culture and gastronomy. So yeah, I would recommend you to visit Numbeo website.
Thank you for this practical advices. And at the end of our conversation, I would like to ask, why should someone consider France as a work destination? What are the main benefits of living and working in France?
Well, many, many reasons, several reasons why people choose to move to France. I would say maybe the quality of life, first of all. I can say this, usually we have a good quality of life and with a very solid and robust healthcare system, good extensive social security and good infrastructures also. So yeah, the quality of life is good, and we have also an important culture and heritage. So yeah, the cultural richness, the museum, the historic monuments, and lots of cultural activities. I would say also the variety of landscapes in France is part of the richness of our country. You can go to the coast, you can go to the mountains, you have lots of beautiful countryside, and all these different and the variety of landscapes offer lots of different job opportunities. So this is a good way, a good reason to choose France also for all the job opportunities according to the geography and all the landscapes that is offered. And yeah, it's very easy also to access to Europe from France. Also, it's the transportation is very good. The network of public transportation is very good. Lots of airports, lots of trains that you can access Europe very easily. That is a good point, a good reason also. And the climate also is very varied. So you can choose if you prefer a hotter region than a colder region in the north or in the east. Although nowadays, especially now during the summer, it's quite hot everywhere in France. But yeah, and we have a quite stable political and economy situation. So for all this region, I think it's a good place to live, and obviously the French language, which is a beautiful one. So yeah, it's I think all the reasons that you can come to France.
Thank you very much, Marianne, for this insightful discussion, and you have given our listeners a very helpful overview of what it's like to work and live in France. Thank you very much. Un paldies arī mūsu skatītājiem, kuri pievienojās, un ja jums ir nepieciešama gan papildus informācija par darbu meklēšanu Eiropas valstīs, par starpvalstu nodokļiem vai sociālās drošības jautājumiem, aicinu sazināties ar Nodarbinātības valsts aģentūras Eures konsultantiem vai apmeklēt mūsu Nodarbinātības valsts aģentūras mājaslapas Eures sadaļu. Paldies vēlreiz visiem un uz tikšanos nākošos raidījumos.